Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Survival Guide. In today's video, we are going to work on finalizing our move over here from the little cabin we first started with to our new starter base. We're going to be working on moving our storage, and I'm going to show you how I do storage and explain some of the things we've collected because I don't think I did that. So let's get started. It's a bad day for moving. It's raining. We'll try to move without getting our stuff wet. Popcorn is nice and dry on his little perch. He seems so happy. I'm glad he's got a nice place to live. We haven't got this room finished yet. I suppose it'll be something interesting. And here we have our living room started, but we have no living room furniture. So we're going to work on moving in a little bit more today. Down here, we've got our storage area, where we're going to be putting a bunch of chests. I think the storage area should be plenty good for a little while. It should allow us to at least be able to beat the game, collect a lot of materials. Now, where did I put those chests? I know I made a bunch of them. Now, there are two ways to put your chests. You can put them like this. If you have a really narrow area, you've got a small base, you'll probably have to put them like that. And if I put them like that, then you can't hold as much stuff as if you put them lengthwise like this and then stack them and then access them from the end. You will be able to store a lot more stuff in them in a smaller area. One thing to keep in mind if you play on a server is that they have limits to how many chests and things you can have in areas. So you might have to, I'm going to go get rid of the llama guy. I cannot take this anymore. Hold on. Yeah, go away. I told you to go away. All right, so I'm going to begin by placing double chests. That's how high I'm going to go. That's why I like my storage areas and even my houses to have taller walls, because you can put a lot more in them and they just feel more spacious. Okay, we're going to continue placing chests just like that. Now, when I want to put chests on chests, I've got to crouch. If I want to put a chest on a chest, I have to crouch like this. And then if I want to put a chest connecting to this chest, I have to crouch and click on the end here to get a double chest. And now I need to go get some more wood because I am out of chests. I don't think I have any. Let's see what I have in here. I don't know if I want to use my jungle wood. We've got this. We can use it up. I've got quite a bit of oak. We can use that up. If you left click and hold it, you can just pull your cursor around and fill all your boxes up evenly. So you can just very quickly left click and drag your mouse and you can fill all the areas you want to fill up. If I want to fill all of them up, I just drag through all of them. If you double click really fast, your button, your left click, if you double click it fast, it'll put everything in one stack. And then if you just hold it and drag it, you can fill up you can fill up the whole grid. Okay, this is going to take a fair amount of wood just to make where our chests are going to go. If you're playing on a server, you're going to find out that you can't put as many as you think you can put in an area. Nice. I got to go get some more wood. So we've got all of this. Let's take as much as we can and let's go back and make some more chests. If you find in a corner like this that you can't put any more chests, just remember that your walls are removable. You can tear the wall down a little bit just to get the right angle to put your chests in. So that's a nice thing about Minecraft. Like, this is not a permanent wall right here. I can just take it down, put my chest, and go back to work. I need to make a way for myself to leave, but basically that's as easy as it is to go ahead and, oh, I'm one chest shy. I'm gonna have to go get another bunch of chests, but look at that. That's gonna be plenty of storage. But I don't have to stop there. I can actually come out and leave myself room to walk in front of these and start double chests, which I probably will once I get enough materials to come all the way down this wall as well. Later on, if you have shulker boxes, you can fill your shulker boxes and then put them in the chests, and that makes even more room. That's another thing to remember if you're playing on a server, is that you can get a lot into your chests and into your storage system using shulker boxes. And someone usually ends up making a shulker farm, and so they're usually pretty cheap. We're going to be making some item frames. Now the way you do that, you got to make some sticks. And then you're going to take your sticks all in a circle like this, and you put your leather in the middle, and it's going to make some item frames. When I have chests that are like this, I go on one side or the other, and you crouch, and you right click, and it'll put an item frame on there. What this item frame will allow you to do is, let's say I wanted to store fuel in this one. I can put it right in the picture, so I know exactly what is in the chest with the picture. Another way you can label your chest, and this one is very popular, is you make a sign like this. And then you take your sign and you put it on your chest. And you write, let's say in this one I had food. To highlight the wording, you can use dye on it. You can use glow ink on it. You can also just use lighter or darker signs with lighter color ink to make it more readable. I prefer the item frames personally. Partly because I'm always accidentally clicking on these and having to go off the signs. So now what do you do if your chests are on end like this? You can do the same thing. You can put it here. But if I've got a lot of things to store, my preferred method is to just place the item frame on the ground. Or actually, I will put it on the end of the chest like that. And just when I come up, I'll just click the side here. And then I can have individual marked chests. That's my favorite way of doing it. Another thing you could do is not do your top row of chest and just do that solid block and put your item frame or your sign up there to signify what is in your row. Chests only come in one color. Wouldn't it be cool if Mojang made color specific chests to the type of wood you use? That would make storage areas so interesting. I would love that if they would do that. But so far, the way it is that whatever wood you use, it doesn't matter. Your chest will look the same. So the second row is complete, and it's going to be pretty good storage. But you're going to find as the game progresses and you get shulker boxes and you go do projects, you're going to grab your shulker boxes, fill them all up with goods, with your goodies here, and you'll also be coming back with shulker boxes full of goodies that you've collected. So always leave a space open in your storage area in the middle so you can throw out a good amount of shulker boxes to sort to and to sort from. Another thing I want to do is for my kitchen, I put a blast furnace up here because I thought it looked cute. But honestly, I need a smoker because I can't cook any food in it. A blast furnace smelts only ores, raw metals, and metal armor, but it does it twice as quickly as a regular furnace, but it can't smelt anything else. So this is not the thing I want in my kitchen. What I want to make is a smoker. So to make a smoker, you make a regular furnace, you put it in the middle, and then you're going to put 4 logs like this on either side of it, and you're going to have a smoker. We're going to put that in here instead. And I think it looks great, actually. It almost looks like a stovetop on the top of it. The nice thing about a smoker is it cooks food twice as fast as a regular furnace. So that'll be nice in the kitchen. And then we'll put our other one down here, our blast furnace, so that we can cook ores and stuff twice as fast. So before you begin just trying to collect every single item in the game and trying to make a place for every single item in the game, I think it's really important just to look and see what blocks do you actually want to store, and make room for all the blocks you plan to keep. Maybe you're on a server and maybe what you're doing is you're selling a particular item, so you need more room for that particular item. Maybe you really love the end and you have a lot of end blocks, and maybe you have a store that sells end blocks. whatever you need the storage for, that's what I would designate it for. There are some blocks that are pretty common that you're going to want to store, like dirt, wood, and stone, some of the very basic blocks. These items I would absolutely say make plenty of storage for. Now, if you know you're going to have excess of one item, like I usually end up with a lot of deep slate, I leave a lot of chests for that. Otherwise, you're going to run out of room and get a little frustrated. Now, I try to group like with like. So, for instance, on items that I may not have a lot of that are kind of assorted, I might do the theme of the chest might be living things. And that might include all kinds of plants, things that, that maybe I would use in decorations. So I would say, okay, that's my living things. And then another one is food, because I'm not going to have a whole chest just for lamb chops or a whole chest just for beef. So I will title one or have one that just has some kind of food in the frame. And then I know that's where to get my food. Another one I do is weaponry. If I find extra good weaponries throughout the game, like if I go to the end and I find some good armor pieces and stuff like that, I will do one just for armor pieces, one just for weapons, one just for tools, and things like that. Kind of group them in categories, and that's how I sort. Sometimes I will do sand, gravel, and dirt together, but a lot of times I use quite a bit of dirt to fill in areas and things like that. So dirt will also occasionally just get its own chests. So there are some tips for you. I hope that helps. I'm going to do my own categorization here, and we're going to look over some of the items as I put them away. So what I'm thinking about doing is this will be all the odd and in ones, like food, tools, the ones that don't take a lot of room. And then I'm going to start with my wood types here down this way. And I'm going to do my stone, and especially like deep slate and things like that will be on this wall, because I'm going to take where this goes down to this area. I may run a mine shaft this way and then also come around and run a mine shaft into the shaft that we have already made, just to be handy and to collect different materials, because I am going to be building quite a few things in this world. So one thing you can do is you can use signs early on, and I may even do that because I don't want to use all my leather up right away. So but what you can do is I'm going to label, like, that one's going to be furnace fuel. This one's probably, I think I'll make it food. We'll just put a loaf of bread on it, and then I'll know, hey, my food's in here. Actually, my food is going to be up in the kitchen. So let's not even put a food one down here. My food's going to be up there in the kitchen where it should be. We shouldn't be storing food in the basement. And then I'm going to store, I will be storing extra tools down here. Let's say just, that was about data. I'll put that one up on the sign. That could be tools. You'll find another thing is with your storage in your mega base is that, and this isn't a mega base, this is just a good size starter base, is that wherever you build a farm, like my XP farm when I build it, I'm not going to want to come all the way back here to put my bones away. I'm going to be storing them up there. Everything that farm produces, you'll find that I will want to have it up there. It's just handier. Even my enchanting tables and things like that, it's way easier to work, get my XP and just turn around like that and apply it, instead of trying to come all the way back to my base to apply it to my armor. And that's why the XP farm, a lot of ends up being around it, because a lot of this game is based on your XP. I'm going to use acacia, and I may have to go get some more acacia wood. So we're going to start with that. For me, it's kind of easier to read, and I'm just going to make this one. How about this one is dark oak? We'll make a row of wood. We'll do bamboo. They will run together when you do this way. It won't put them on individually. And now I think I'm going to go over here, and we're going to start with some of the things like, I'm going to start with dirt. And I'm going to leave a couple of chests for dirt at least. And then I'm going to do this one as sand. And I'm going to do one as, I don't know if I would use gravel that much, but I'm going to go ahead and make it. It's used in pathways a lot, and one style of building that I like to build is used as a texture block, so I do save it. And then this one, we're going to do, I don't want to do cobblestone because you usually end up with a lot of cobblestone. How about diorite? I think I spelled that right. Oh my gosh. And then we're going to go into cobblestone. I'm going to leave at least 2 for cobblestone, maybe 3. I think 2 would be good. I'm trying to decide. I don't want to have to come back later and change that. I think I'll do that now, but on this one, I'm going to do stone because when I get Silk Touch, stone is really nice to have. And let's go ahead and make some more. I think I'm going to have to go chop down some more trees. And that is kind of the way we're going to do this. I think maybe we're going to do some precious metals in the corner here by the smelter. I might even knock this wall out actually and put a smelter, lava systems, auto smelter eventually there. So let's go up here and let's just start with copper and throw some copper blocks in that and leave a nice row for copper. And then we'll go here and go iron. Put some iron in there. And then because we're smelting, let's see, we'll do gold. I'll go ahead and do one for a row for gold. And then diamonds. I probably will not make a chest for diamonds because I don't really need a ton of diamonds. I am going to show you how to get a lot of diamonds. I am actually really efficient at it. I have dominated servers before as the diamond queen. But in this video, I really don't need to collect a lot of diamonds because there's no one to trade with and there's no stores to buy anything. But if you're on a server and they have a diamond economy, you will want to watch my video coming out about diamonds because I got really, really good at getting diamonds. I had over 26,000 diamonds and on a server where you can't dupe, so you had to personally hand mine the diamonds or you had to earn the diamonds by selling stuff. Just don't realize how much you have till you start putting it all together. And it's easy to get overrun in this game and just feel overwhelmed by the amount of stuff you have. Well, that's stone. That is not what I thought it was. Okay, and yeah, that's actual stone. This is, we'll just put our pieces there. And go ahead and fix this. There, we have our railings, and that's oak, so we put that in the oak. Dark oak, pale oak, here's oak up here. I'm gonna go ahead and put these chests in here till I have a place to put them, and I've got some dark oak. And we're gonna do some jungle wood, and so round and round it goes. Sorting. Sorting actually for me is, it feels good. I like sorting. I know a lot of people don't. A lot of people are very apprehensive about sorting. They do not like sorting, but I actually really enjoy sorting. I mean, it can be tedious, like when you come back from a big project and you've got tons and tons of stuff to sort. It can be tedious, but for the most part, I enjoy seeing what I have. Okay, we're going to leave those out there for tree chopping, and we're going to take our other decorations. I'm actually going to leave these here, and I can put eggs inside for cooking. Inside, those can go inside. I've got those are for planting. Some carpet pieces, just random things, really. A weapon. Oh, we got our first weapon. Put away. Well, that's looking pretty good. Let's go put those away. And I'm going to move the chest there and make that look nicer as well. We might build a little barn and put it all in the barn. That would be a great idea. And I absolutely prefer the picture frames, but early game, it can be a challenge to get that much leather because you also will be collecting leather to make books because you're also going to want to be doing your enchanting table. So until I get enough leather for all my signs, I'm just going to use wood on the back here. And I'm not going to bother to go and collect glow ink for all my wood signs because I'm probably not going to leave them wood. If I do leave them wood, I will absolutely change the lettering to like red or blue with glow ink, and it will make a big difference. You can read them really easy then. Well, I love this little house, but it's just too little. I think that it's going to make a great guest cottage or some sort of thing like that. And I've got everything moved now into the bigger house. I'm not done with the bigger house. There will be more decks, more decorations. It'll look much nicer than it is right now. Popcorn, what are you doing? Silly thing, he can't be serious for even a minute. Well, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you learned a lot about doing your own storage, how to do it. And I hope I gave you some good tips. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. And you don't want to miss it because it's going to be on diamond mining. I'm going to show you everything I know about diamond mining and finding diamonds, and you are not going to want to miss it.